the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
And coming up on the news at noon, with the holiday weekend almost here, we're tracking all things weather and travel to ensure you get to your destination safely. And later, new video this afternoon of the man who shot 2 people while impersonating a police officer. We'll have the latest. We're starting this afternoon with a DMV First Warn Day. It's a messy day out there. There's some rain, snow for others. Let's take a look outside where the weather is so gloomy out there. And good afternoon. Thank you for joining us for the news at noon. I'm Shanika Grimshaw, filling in for Mark Hall. Now let's head over to meteorologist Damon Matson, who joins us with the latest check on the forecast. Hi, Damon. It is so cold and rainy and gloomy. What next?
Yeah, it's a multi-pronged event here, Shanika. A lot going on in the weather world, and we're seeing the first bit of this massive, strong storm system that has crossed the entire country. Now, checking it out there so far this afternoon, we've been experiencing a lot of rainfall across the I-95 corridor and DC Metro, but then if you look back out to the west, we have more of that snow and ice. Let's go ahead. Yeah, there we go. A full view right now showing we have the blue and the pink out across the I-81 corridor into the mountains of West Virginia and Western Maryland, and then all of that green indicating the rainfall we are experiencing out there across I-95 and into the DC Metro as well. But notice here, over the last couple of hours, look at how that green has become a lot more calm, and the rainfall line is pushing more to the west. So we're seeing that wintry mix and snowfall come to an end, and everybody here moving forward this afternoon going to see just rainfall. So definitely an important thing to note, but we have a lot that we have to pay attention to here now over the next 24 to 48 hours. First of all, we have a flood watch along I-95 right through the DC Metro that goes until 1 a.m. here tonight, because that heavy rainfall is likely to continue, and we could see some low-lying urban flooding out there with just how heavy the rainfall is. Now back to the west, where that wintry weather has been going on. We are still talking about winter weather advisories in the purple, winter storm warnings in the pink here, where we've already had quite a bit of snow and ice accumulation. These are likely to start to be canceled as we go through the afternoon and see an end to that wintry precipitation now. But again, we still have those winter storm warnings and winter weather advisories in place. And we already, in advance of the temperature drop we're going to see tomorrow, we already have wind chill watches in effect across parts of Western Maryland into West Virginia. I would not be shocked to see this wind chill watch expanded, given the fact that we are going to see below zero wind chills starting tomorrow and going into the weekend. So it's that prime time. Christmas is on Sunday. A lot of folks going to start to hit the roadways, but let me tell you, it's going to be tricky out there. Thankfully today, we are just now going to deal with rain moving forward, but you still want to take caution out there. Tomorrow, we'll have another brief bit of a wintry mix, and then those temperatures take that sharp drop. We could see a flash freeze out there, and then Saturday, Christmas Eve, there you have it. Those wind chills likely below zero for many of us. So a lot to pay attention to, and just how cold exactly are these temperatures going to get by Christmas? We'll have a check coming up for you here in just a bit.
Shivering just hearing your report, Damon. Well, we see it every year. Packed Airport says people travel for the holidays with the Arctic blast hitting the Midwest. Many major hubs are expected to be impacted. DC News Now's Lex Juarez spent the afternoon at Reagan National Airport and brings what travelers can expect.
Travelers are flooding Reagan National Airport for the holiday weekend, but if you were to check out the security line, you might not be able to tell.
It's like, this is amazing. I feel so calm, and normally I'm anxious anyways at an airport.
Despite the crowds, security lines move swiftly.
Holiday travel around Christmas and New Year's is busy, but there's no particular day that's much busier than the others.
The airport's authority expects hefty crowds throughout the weekend, but with good time management, travelers shouldn't have any issues making their flights.
Well, there are peak times at the airports, and we do our best to manage them, but we do advise passengers to leave 2 hours before their domestic flight and 3 hours before their international flight.
A time window many were following.
We had to be here earlier anyway, so we got here 2 hours as expected.
Like 2 hours early.
We don't like to be rushed.
With a smooth check-in experience, the only worry left is cancellations and delays.
We've been watching it because we're expecting an Arctic, blast over there, so we're prepared for, expected delays, if anything.
And just a reminder, weather that's happening in other parts of the country and world can impact your flight leaving from here, so it is important that you keep in touch with your airline to make sure your flight is not canceled or delayed. At Reagan National Airport, I'm Lex Juarez, DC News Now.
Well, weather is not the only concern for travelers this holiday season as people pack highways and airports across the country. AAA estimates travel will close in on pre-pandemic levels. They estimate more than 112 million people will be leaving their homes for the holidays. That's an increase of nearly 4 million from last year. That would make this the third biggest holiday travel year since the turn of the century. A majority of travelers will drive to their destinations, so the best times to hit the road is before noon or after 8 tonight, or at night, rather. You may want to hit the road early since drivers could see 25% longer travel times nationwide, and the number of flyers continue to increase despite higher ticket prices. More than 7 million people are expected to fly. That's a 14% increase from last year. Also, many are working from home, which will affect travel this season as well. Being able to work remotely provides travelers with more flexibility, and AAA also says they'll take longer weekends, which works perfectly this year since Christmas and New Year's fall on a Sunday. And let's not forget, safety is a big concern for drivers who may run into difficult weather on their commute. So ease off the gas and get to those airports early and pack your essentials in case of an emergency. And happening now, crews are working to fix a water main break in Rockville Pike. The 71-year-old pipe could have been affected by the dropping river temperatures. The Rockville Pike right southbound lane is closed between Gulf Lane and Strathmore Road. So we'll keep you updated once the lane is reopened. And new video this afternoon of a man who impersonated a police officer. He made his way into a youth shelter and shot 2 people, including a teen. It happened Tuesday afternoon on Clay Street in Northwest D.C. Police say the suspect represented himself as a police officer. That's how he got into the shelter home for young people. Now, he asked to see a teenage boy. That's when a worker got suspicious. The imposter shot the teen and then the employee. Then he took off in a car. The victims are being treated for their injuries, and D.C. police hope someone can identify the suspect. And your time right now is 12:08. Developing now, Montgomery County Police found a man stabbed to death in a parking garage's stairwell. This happened in downtown Silver Spring overnight. Right now, police are looking for witnesses and reviewing security footage to find out exactly what happened.
Right now, our detectives are reviewing the surveillance cameras because there are cameras in this parking garage, and we're trying to determine if we're able to see a suspect or a person of interest that has something to do with this particular incident.
Police are asking anyone with any information to step forward. We'll have more updates on that investigation as it develops. And Montgomery County Police are investigating a crash that killed a pedestrian and injured another in Gaithersburg. A man and a woman were hit while using a crosswalk at a busy intersection at Muddy Branch Road and King James Way. According to officials, the man died at the scene. They say the woman was taken to a local hospital and with serious injuries. The driver stayed at the scene after the crash, and DC News Now is working to learn more and will bring you the latest as it becomes available. A former D.C. police officer is looking at spending decades in prison. A federal jury convicted him of second-degree murder in connection to a deadly chase over 2 years ago. 20-year-old Karan Hilton Brown died in October 2020 as police chased him while he rode a moped. DC News Now's Dave Laval has more.
You good? No, he's bleeding heavy.
Reaction from Metro police officers as they assess the injuries to Karan Hilton Brown after they chased him on his moped for more than 10 blocks. The pursuit ended on Kennedy Street Northwest when Hilton Brown came out from an alley and a civilian driver hit him. Hilton Brown died from his injuries 2 days later. Protests took place around the city. Federal prosecutors charged former officer 38-year-old Terrence Sutton with second-degree murder. They also charged him and another former officer, 54-year-old Andrew Zabowski, with obstruction of justice and conspiracy to obstruct.
Where'd that car go?
Jurors found the two men drove their squad car with disregard for Hilton Brown's safety. Plus, the men conspired to hide the circumstances of the crash from investigators, according to the U.S. Justice Department.
Make it make sense.
Sutton could spend up to 40 years in prison for the second-degree murder conviction. Both men are looking at 20 years each for obstruction and 5 years for conspiracy.
Against all odds and doom and gloom scenarios, Ukraine didn't fall. Ukraine is alive and kicking.
Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky made it to D.C. on a historic presidential visit. This comes 300 days after Russia invaded his nation, and the surprise trip was his first known travel outside of Ukraine since the invasion began in February. He tells President Biden there will be no compromises in the path to peace with Russia. D.C. correspondent Jesse Tenur has more on yesterday's landmark meeting.
President Zelensky largely credited the U.S. for his country's success so far, but told lawmakers that their future decisions in the very spot where he stood could save millions of people.
Ukraine is alive and kicking.
A long-standing ovation welcomed President Zelensky to the U.S. Capitol Wednesday for a rare joint address to Congress.
I hope my words of respect and gratitude resonate in each American heart.
Zelensky thanked the U.S. for all of its support in Ukraine's war effort against Russia, but asked lawmakers for more.
Your money is not charity. It's an investment in the global security.
Congress is working through the night on a year-long government funding bill that includes $45 billion in additional military and economic aid to Ukraine.
Within the next 48 hours, hopefully this will be done.
Despite some Republican opposition,
we have sent more money and aid to Ukraine than all of Europe combined.
President Biden all but guaranteed the extra support to Zelensky.
The United States is committed to ensuring that the brave Ukrainian people can continue to defend their country.
The two presidents previewed how funds Congress already approved will help Ukraine. The latest package includes the first ever transfer of a Patriot missile defense system.
This is a very important step to create a secure airspace for Ukraine.
It will still be months until Zelensky's troops can use the system.
It's going to take some time to complete the necessary training.
But Zelensky did not return home empty-handed. After gifting lawmakers a Ukrainian flag signed by soldiers on the front lines, Zelensky left the Capitol with an American flag that just flew over it.
And lawmakers are currently still debating that large government funding bill that includes the additional Ukraine aid, and a timeline for its passage right now remains uncertain. In Washington, I'm Jesse Tenor.